Hello everyone, welcome to the first lecture on CSS from Desi Q&A. So in this lecture we will learn about a few things like cascade, specificity and inheritance. So let's begin with cascade. So if we see the full form of our CSS, so this first C stands for cascading, right? So what this cascade is, to understand this, let's write a heading. Let's write a heading and let's go live. And yeah, we can see that our heading is loaded here. If we want to style our heading, let's say we will use it here. If we style it over here, um, H1 color is red. So the color has been reflected and this is how it should work. If you write this H1 again, color blue violet, color, and let's change it to some other color. So we can see that this color is applied to our heading here, but these colors have not been applied. So this property is something known as cascade. So and also suppose if I write the style here inline CSS, so the property is color. Let's give some other color, different color. Let's give dark orange over there. And yeah, so if I give the color dark orange, it will work here, right? So this inline CSS will work after this. It is because you can see here when the style tag is loaded in our page style tag will be loaded. So in this style tag we have the styling for our H1, this color red. This will be loaded, and once it is loaded, right, for this the color is assigned as red, and later the color is assigned blue violet, and then the color is assigned aquamarine. So we were able to see the aquamarine color over here. So now what happened is, after all this one loaded, right? So the color has been reassigned. So this is the color that our heading got. So yeah, this is a color our heading got. So this is how it basically works. So specificity, um, let's write one more. Let's open a file. Let's name it as specificity dot html, and see, from now let's not focus on making this HTML document. So naming it will have no significance from now on. So instead of, let's create one unordered list, and let's give the ID as cool drinks, and inside unordered, say we have li, we have this sprite, and then let's say we have whatever it may be, let's give it list 2. Let's give it just list 2 because that actually doesn't matter now, whatever the name we give. Let's say you want to apply styling to this. Suppose this one is your favorite one. So what we can do is class. So you can give any class name. Let's give class name like this, class name 1. So what we can do is let's create a style tag here. Inside of the style tag, we will have this. For the unordered list, we are applying this. So what happened here? For the UL, we are applying for the ID this one. This is cool drinks. And then, yeah, drinks. Let's apply for the li tag. And in the li tag, let's apply to this class name, this one. So we will make it as dot class name 1. So, and then let's give the color as red. Okay. So, and then let's give the font weight. Font weight can be anything. Let's give it as bold. And after this, let's give styling for one more thing. Like instead of the UL, let's give the styling for cool drinks. LI, and then for this, let's give the font size. Font size. Let's give it as 14 pixel. And then let's give the color as we can give the color blue. And then the font weight. The font weight can be anything. Let's just keep it normal. So yeah. So if you hover on this, see the specificity of this is 1, 2, and the specificity of this is 102. So you know this specificity is less than the specificity of this styling. So that's the reason why the styling of this has been applied over here, but this is not applied. So that is what I meant to say. So uh, clear it out. Let's just simply use it for this one, for class name 1. Let's give the color red. Color red, and then let's leave it at that. And then one more class name, and then let's give some other color. Let's make it blue. So now we can see that this is, let's see the specificity. This is 010 and this is 010. So if the specificity of these properties is same, means the first one will be applied. This is how it works. It is still looking orange. Just make it red. So this is how the specificity basically works. You can hover over it and you can see 010, and again the specificity of this is 010. So in this what happens is, if specificity of both of these properties is same, means the first one styling will be applied to our list. So we have not opened this page yet. Yeah, actually we didn't even saw the outputs for the previous one, right? Let me comment it out. Comment it out and then let me just write the code we had over. We had a UL tag and then this one, cool drinks, and then a li tag for the li we were applying for class name. What we were doing is we were changing the color to red, and then what we were doing is we were making the font weight to bold. So and then what we had done was I think we had written for the UL and then same ID we had applied over there for the cool drinks. The spelling is correct, yeah. And then for li we had applied the font size. Font size, I think I had given 14 pixel. And then color, let's give it blue. Font weight to normal. So yeah, we can see that the color is red here and the color is blue here we had applied. So if I hover over this, we can see the specificity of this is 112 and then the specificity of this is 102. So basically the specificity of this styling is more than the specificity of this styling. So henceforth this one is applied to our web page. So that is how it works. We can see this too. So yeah, you can see that the specificity of this is 010 and the specificity of this is 010. So here what happened is same is work. For that what we can do is you can just search CSS, yeah, this one, and then yeah, you can go to this one. Here in this you can learn more about the specificity. You can learn how this specificity is calculated. You can see the selector specificity. You can go through this website and you can understand how the specificity is basically calculated. So this is how it basically works. And then the next, inheritance. So for inheritance, let's create a new page, inheritance.html, and then let's save it and Control A, Shift exclamatory mark. And here what we will do is basically inheritance. This inherits the properties of the parent property. So let's create one UL, and inside this let's say we have a li tag. So let's say this is default, and then let's say we have our anchor tag and href, whatever you can give, that doesn't matter now. So and then we can just give it as color, And let's create one more li. So for this, let's give the class name as class 1, and then let's say this is inherited anchor tag. Can write is just link, and then let's color here. So to get the same line at the bottom, you can just click Alt Shift and the down button. You will get it in this way. You can see you will get it in this way. So yeah, let's give it as class 2. We may need one more, class 3, and then let's say this is initial, and then let's say this is unset. So these are the several values for the inheritance we have in CSS. We will learn about it now. Unset, and then so yeah, same thing over here. Can go live and see if that works fine now. So yeah, that works. You can see that here this default color inherited, all this is in black color, but link is in the blue color. So that is how basically anchor tag works. So to understand about inheritance, let's create a style, and then inside of this, let's style our body. Let's give the color as blue. So we can see that this entire content of the body has been turned to blue color, this blue color, and this styling of for the link is same. You can see that is a slightly kind of purplish color, that is still the same. And then what we can do, let's apply some styling for our class 1. Let's apply to the anchor tag, and here let's give some color. So you can just make it inherit. So here what it did was it inherited the color of its parent property. So basically this is it, right? Which one? Yeah, this one, this li, this one. So this one inherited the property of its parent. Its parent is basically the body, so it inherited the color of the body. And then more thing is dot class 2 a, and then let's give the color initial, and basically what initial did is for the two initial, yeah, for this what initial did is it just took the color what it was at the initial time. So we can see the color is black here, and then the unset, right? So for class real anchor tag, what is we will color it, and then we will make it unset. So yeah, here you can see that for this the color has been unsetted, means it has been turned to blue, that this had. Okay, so this is how inheritance basically works. It has been inherited to it. So one more important thing we have is, instead of creating a new page, new document, let's just write it over here. Let's say we have a tag let's give the class name. The property we are discussing is known as important. Here you can give any, and then what we can do is um, this is red. So this is not red. So for that, what I can do is style color red. So we can see it over here, and this is how it basically works. That's not a big thing. So what we have learned is if I write some styling over here, some styling over here, even though if I write some styling over here, that will not be applied here, right? The inline CSS will have more preference. Inline CSS will have more preference over this style tag, right? So on that, what we can do is for this important class, what we can do is, let's say the color, I want to turn it to blue. So we can see that didn't turn to blue. So basically, if you want this property to be applied on that particular class, even though you have some inline CSS, for that what you can just do it, you can write it important. So yeah, you can see the color has been changed. Yeah, it's more clear now. You can see the color has been changed now. CSS works. So next thing we have is known as overflow. So to understand overflow, let's create a new HTML document and then let's name it as overflow.html. Control S, enter. So yeah, end it and start it again. To understand CSS, let me just create a div tag, and inside of this div tag, let's give some class name to be as box. And so can we use lorem here? Yes, we can use, let's say 500. So this is a lot of content we can have. So what I can just do it, I can just go like this, and then let's have a p tag. This content is outside the box. So don't think about the spellings now, that doesn't matter. And what we can do here is let's style it. So yeah, let's for the box, let's give the border. Let's give the border of some 23 pixel, and it is solid, and then let's give black border. That is a kind of ugly border we have. We can just make it 13. So yeah, that worked. And then the next thing we have is width. Let's give it as 200 pixel. What I actually want to do is, I want to make our content overflow by this code. So, and let's give the height. Since we have not specified any height, it is taking the entire height it could take. And then let's give some small height. So that is very small, but what we want to just know is overflowing property of this. Let's delete some content from this. Um, delete from this. So yeah, we can see it in more better way now. So what we have made here is we made our content to overflow from this box, right? We basically have learned about CSS box model. So this is it. This is how it works. Our content have been overflowed. So to make it unoverflow, what we can do is, let me comment it out. You understood how the content overflows. Let me also comment it out this, and we will write a new code to overcome from the overflow. What we can just have is a div tag, and inside this div tag, let's name this as um, overflow. You can name it anything as per your convenience. Overflow, this is the word that is displaying over here. And styling, you can write as, you can just remove it to avoid the confusions. For styling, what we can do is dot overflow. Overflow is just the name of the class that I have given. You can just name it anything like overflow 11 or anything. And then let's give the border of some 3 pixel, and then let's say it is solid, and then it is black. So we can see the beautiful border over there. So let's say the font size, let's give 200%. That looks good. And then let's give the width, let's give the width 80 pixel. So yeah, we see that the width of this box has been decreased, right? You can make it even smaller. So yeah, you can see some content from this is being overflowing, right? You can see this flow is outside of our box. So to overcome out of this, what we can just do is we can use property named overflow, and I want to avoid this, right? So basically what could CSS do is, it would have just deleted this content, right? So why it is happening in this way without just displaying what is available is because to prevent the data loss. Okay, so the default and the property we can apply is the value hidden. So if we apply the hidden value here, the content out of this box will be hidden. So, and then the one more thing we have is visible. This is the default one. If I make visible, that is visible over there, and can also make it scroll. If I make it scroll, you can see you can scroll it like this, and you can view the entire content over there to make it more visible. You can see it over here. This is scrolling. So this is how the overflow property works. One more thing is auto. So with the auto thing, you can make your content flow like this. Okay. So this is it about our overflow property, and let's learn about styling our images. Let's style our images for now. As we already know that I only have one image over here, we can just work with that, no issues. So Let's create a div and let me write the topic here. The topic is styling our images. Styling our images. So let's give the class name as, let's give it as a wrapper class. And then let's have a div of class box. And then let's give our image here. Use this img tag. So this is alt can be anything, network error. As we know that we can also give the height and width here. Let's say height is 100 pixel. Where is our image? Here it is. That looks good now. Our height is and width is, this kind of looks good now. I don't think we need to give the width, but it just gave it to avoid the errors later. So we have given, so let me remove this code, or we can just comment it out. Just do it. Let's go to our box. What I want, let's give the width. You can just give your width over here, or you can give it there in your img tag itself. So we have given our width there. We don't have to specify it here once again. It will have no significance. So let's not use the width here. Let's give the border. Let's give the border of some 4 pixel. And then let's make it solid and then give the color. Let's give the color black. So that looks good now, but we need some space above this, right? So what we can just do it, margin. How much margin I need? Let's give the margin 10 pixels from the top. So yeah, our image have been moved from that to this side. And then we can color our img tag, style our img tag separately. So I no need to give the height and width again. So the property we have is object fit. Let's give it contain the value. So what happened by using this property is that this image, you can see the image has been fitted into this box properly. So this is how it basically works. And then let's say we have one more value, that is cover. So you can see this has been added over here inside this. And then what we can just do it. So yeah, these were the properties of the image you can apply to make it more understandable. So this is it about specificity, inheritance, and cascade, overflow, and all these things. So we will learn a lot more things in the next video.